WCPO.com was able to contact an individual that lives on this road. They said they're not really too sure what was happening, although they spoke to a mail carrier who said something bad, quote, the quote is something bad is happening on the other side of Union Road. We do know that Peebles High School, which is about 7 to 8 miles from this scene, is in what they refer to at the school district as a lockout. It is not a lockdown at this point. What was explained to us by the school district there is that the high school is in a lockout, meaning no one is going in or out, but school still is in session. We were told by a secretary at that school that nothing bad had happened at the school itself. This measure was strictly a precautionary measure. At this point, when you talk about active scene as they're still looking for an individual, it is rather calm at this point. You notice that the police and the sheriff, along with some of the BMI, they're standing around. It doesn't appear that they're still searching right there. It was interesting, one of the truck doors was open as we are seeing the helicopter move now, the stroll of cars. We can only imagine these are investigators at this point that have been on the scene. As we pull back out, shows you a little bit more of the scope of this area. It is rather rural. When you talk about house to house from this standpoint, it is literally in hundreds of yards, if not less, half mile from here up and down that road, heavily wooded at this point. Now, the initial call that we were also told through the Pike County was that the shooter was not in custody. We still do not know if that individual is in custody, if it's multiple people that they're looking for. That's part of the ongoing investigation. Clearly not a situation or a scene right now where you see them actively looking, as they're now standing there and appears to be investigating where we believe that these are where the bodies are. So once again, let's update you on the situation right now as you're watching now on your side. I'm splitting up, and here's a map of the area. It kind of shows you how rural it is on the right-hand side of the screen. Above is WCMH's helicopter bringing us some aerial footage of the active investigation as we speak. We know that right now authorities have said that there have been shootings involving multiple fatalities here in this community along State Route U32 in Pike County, right at the border of Adams County. The Attorney General's office has confirmed to WCPO 9 on your side that the Bureau of Criminal Investigation has had to send agents down. The scope of this investigation is so big to assist the Pike County Sheriff. They were told at about 8:20 this morning that they needed help. The AG's office confirming that they had no other information on whether a suspect was in custody at this point. Also, no confirmation on the number of fatalities at this point. The top right-hand side, as we are flipping in some cameras now, that is Jay Warren, who is on the scene at a staging area there. You can see multiple ambulances. He's setting up, trying to gather some information. He'll bring us the very latest. We'll check in with him as soon as he is ready to give us any information if he has it. The left-hand side appears to be at least one of the locations where they have found multiple bodies. You see first responders on the scene, mostly in the form of sheriff's offices and what we believe is now the Bureau of Criminal Investigation, which is now going to aid the Pike County Sheriff's Office in this investigation. We take it full. That indicates to you right there that there's not an active manhunt right now for alleged shooter at this point or shooters at this point. So is Jay available? Is Jay ready right now, Peter? He's working on it still. So as we saw his live picture, he's working on it, just arrived on the scene. So Jay Warren now has been en route. It's about 80 miles from our location of downtown Cincinnati. Jay Warren joins us live now. So Jay, what is the very latest out of Pike County with where you are? And where are you in relations to where we are seeing this?
Okay, I am about only 30 yards off of Union Hill Road here. And we are east of Peebles by about 15 miles. On Union Hill Road, this is south of 32, and from what we understand, we're about 2 miles away from the scene. They have a staging area located here. The media is not permitted to go any further, but again, this is our location about 2 miles north of this scene. Literally, I just arrived about 5 minutes ago. Got a quick briefing of where I could park from a sheriff's deputy out here, and I'm trying to get more information on what in fact has happened. But for the moment right now, I have only information I have is where I am in relation to this and where we're allowed to park, etc. So literally, I just got here.
Jay Warren, we're going to let you continue to work. As you're putting your earpiece back in right now, we do see some ambulances behind you. Obviously, they're there for what reason? Do you know?
Yeah, so I mean, they are staged here right now. I see they have Pike County on their back, so they are ready to be used, obviously, if necessary, but they are not back 2 miles, so that's not a good sign. But they are located here right now, so I have not seen any personnel over there on that side. It looks as though they are up here in the staging area with some of the sheriff's deputies. So We do have the 3 ambulances there, but they're not at the scene. They're just parked right here.